Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ziva Zevira and my student ID is 23220069. And this video is presented for midterm test of English for specific purposes. When the demands of brave new world, when World War II has ended, it's affected in scientific, technological, and economic in an international scale, and the world has dominated by two forces, technology and commerce, and it's affected in their progress too, like general demands for an international language, and they actually being the center of the world in that time, and people want to be part of that field because they need it. So that's why English language became international language, and they want to learn English because in their past the language used is French, and they think that English is the key for them for entering the global market, and a knowledge of foreign language is a sign of well-rounded education. And the new generation who know that learn language, like businesswomen, student, and the doctor, make ESP divided into two branches, like academic and occupational field. When they learn about it, we have to analyze it first before developing, because ESP is a course learning-centered approach related to their need as their goals for learning English. That's why analysis is important, especially for the students. Uh, it can affect due to effective learning, and it can be easier for us to select the kind of methodology that we use in a classroom depends on their past, and also the designing the material and which language the most important for them. I think the effect of global language for the future of ESP is there will so many field of English, and many people want to learn about English for developing their communicate skills of many branch of ESP. There are two main branches of ESP, communication and learning. Go first with communication. I think communication is interaction between two people or more, like giving information, and also communication is our natural habit as social human being, and communication should be done in a good way, and they have to learn about how to communicate in a good manner based on what their needs, and when they want to learn about it, learning language is applied by ESP. There are ESP 3 that used for develop skill among the learner, like from communicative and learning we have language teaching, like kind of methodology, and then ELT is divided into three main branch, like mother tongue use, second language, and foreign language. And then foreign language is divided into two main branch, like ESP and GE. GE is general English, like we use in elementary school, junior high school, and senior high school, and then the higher education. And from the three, we prepare the learner for prepare their future, especially in communicative skills in purposes field. In the context of ESP is divided into two main branch, EAP and EOP. But the language used is different, not in a grammar context, but in a word that's specially for that field. EAP is English for academic purposes. It focuses on student environment, while EOP is English for occupational purposes, and it's focused when they returns to take a job. For example, English for medical studies is a field that EAP might be applied in a branch of English for science and technology, and the word that might be applied in this field is like surgery, patient, and nurses. And for English for technician is a field that EOP might be applied in a branch of English for science and technology. For example, of the word that might be applied in this field is machine and engineering. That's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.